So I think we are in the exercise number, which one we have completed? The 70. 70, 16 is done, 70. Now we have a table. As I indicated, region name, customer type, business initiative, application source, loan category, campaign type, verification method, operating cost, and we have disbursement amount, and we have net profit. Now based on this, we are going to create a report. You can ask me why to create a report, what is the purpose of the report. This table is fine. So I can present this table straight away. Unfortunately, you can present the table, but you cannot take any decision from this table. For example, I want to know in which region we have more profit, or in which region we have more dispersed amount, or in which region we have operating cost is higher, or which percentage is more, where the number is more. So I want to calculate something which is not possible because this is a simple plain table. So I want to convert this table into a report making tool, that is pivot. So could you tell me, I told you 4 conditions to create a pivot table. There are 4 preconditions. What are all the 4 preconditions? First one is no merge cells. Second one is table should have a heading. Third one is heading should be unique. Fourth one, no array. Yes. Of course, we know there is no array. When I click it, I am seeing there is no array function available. That is perfect. Sorry. There is no array function. But how do I know whether there is a merged cells available? How do I know whether the table is having a heading is repeated or not? When you are giving a PowerPoint presentation, people say always before sending a PowerPoint presentation, before sending a mail, before using a Word document, please check the spelling and grammars. Similarly, before creating a report or before presenting a report in Excel, please check 2 things. First thing which you have to create report chart. Anything you are doing, please check 2 things. First thing is go to the tab called as review. Under the tab of review, if you go to the tab of review, you can see there is an option called as check accessibility. Whether there is a merged cells available, whether your data is perfect, heading is correct, table name is correct, sheet name is correct, colors are good. It will check with everything. Let me check that. Go to review, check accessibility. So you can see in this check accessibility, it says keep going and fix the remaining issues. There are some issues available. Issue number 1 is hard to read. That means some data are not right. Some colors, some data is not correct. Maybe yesterday I used that emoji. The emoji may be a problem. The color is not right. Missing alt text. What is that missing alt text is? It's for the physically challenged people. If I touch screen a picture, I want to give some alternative text. I have inserted some picture. In picture, I didn't give the alt text. And it will check whether there is a merged cells or not, whether the heading is correct, whether the sheet name is correct. It will check everything. Now, for example, hard to read. I have some problem hard to read. When I click it, yes. As I indicated, this emoji is very hard to read. The color is not good. Change it to some other color. It's giving a suggestion also. So I put it into this color. One problem is solved. Next one is built alt text, missing the alt text. Yesterday we inserted a picture. Yes. For this picture, we didn't give any alt text. Alt text means when I touch it, what is the usage of this picture? I want to give some description about this picture. So, some description, some dummy description. For this picture, I am putting some dummy description. Now you can see it says looks good, no issue found. So you should not have any issue here. Before creating a report, before sending a report to anyone else, please check whether there is no issue in check accessibility. So it will check whether there is a problem, coloring problem, whether your table heading is missing, whether there is a merged cells or not, whether the sheet name is correct or not. You should check everything here. This is the first thing. Second thing you have to check here is, second thing which you have to check in your table is performance. Whether there is an unwanted rows, columns, whether it will slow down your system speed, unwanted formulas, unwanted cells are available, clean up it. To do that, same review tab, there is an option called as check performance. Click on the check performance. Yes, there are so many problems available here. There are totally 1,95,243 cells used. Out of this, in my system, 99 cells has to be optimized. There is some problem in 99 cells. So which are all the problem? Let us go to this EX02. If I click on EX02, it says remove some formatting. I think yesterday we did some formatting. We didn't apply that. We didn't clear that formatting. That number formatting, I believe so. EX02, yes. Yesterday we did that 000. There is no number, but the formatting we applied it. That has to be clear. Optimize the sheet. Maybe you may get a different issue also. Maybe in a different sheet. Optimize the sheet. So this problem is solved in this sheet. Then EX07, there is some problem in EX07. Yesterday we removed the duplicates. While removing the duplicates, some rows are gone to the top. So there are some empty unwanted rows are available here, which has to be cleaned up. Optimize. Or if you want to clean up everything in one stroke, optimize the entire workbook. 08. So let me click on 08. 08. Yesterday, this also we removed that duplicate values. But still the formatting is available there. That has to be cleaned up. Optimize. 14. I think I applied some formula in the morning. I didn't clear it properly. Optimize. Optimize. Like this. Optimize the entire sheet. Then you should get a message called as no optimization needed. Nothing to be optimized in this workbook. Your workbook is clean now. So please do check two things before creating a report, before sending the report to someone else. Please check two things. One is go to the review, check accessibility, then check performance. Both has to be checked before creating a report, before sending the report to anyone else. Okay? Make this as a practice, or even at least monthly once, please do this. Monthly once to improve the performance of your system. Monthly once at least do this. Check performance, check accessibility. So your system will be faster, it will be efficient. Right, I think I have checked it, no problem in this data. So let us come to the exercise number 17. So now we are going to create a report. Let us create a report region wise, customer type wise. Region wise, customer type wise, I want to calculate what is the sum of operating cost, disbursement amount cost, and the net profit. I want to calculate sum of all these three for each region wise and each customer type wise. So we are going to create a report now. So either place the cursor on the table or select the entire table. Either place the cursor on the table or select the entire table. I think you know the shortcut key for selecting the entire table. What is it? Control Shift 8, Control Asterisk. Either place the cursor on the table or select the entire table. Insert. As I indicated yesterday also, any questions, any doubts, any queries, stop me, ask me there itself. Whatever I am seeing on the screen, you have to see it on your screen also. If you are not able to see it, stop me, ask me there itself. I can repeat it any number of times. So because this is the most important concept. So let us go to insert. Under insert, you can see the first option, pivot. So either you can click on the pivot straight away, or there is an arrow mark available below the pivot. There are three options available: from table or arrange, from external data source, from data model. Data model is about power pivots, power queries. If you are getting the data from power pivots and power queries, we can use this. Time permits, I will explain the power query also. So let us go to insert. If you are going to get it from this Excel table, straight away click here, or click on the arrow mark and go to from table or arrange. So go to insert, either straight away click here or click on the arrow mark and go to from table or a range. Because it's an Excel table. So let me go to insert, from table or a range. It's opening a new dialog box. As I'm repeatedly saying, be with me. Please do practice along with me. I hope you are all already aware of pivot, but still try to practice along with me. So select the table or a range. The table or a range is already selected, and it's asking where you want this output, new sheet or existing sheet. New sheet means what will happen is it automatically creates the new sheet. On a new sheet, you will get the report. but existing sheet. If I say existing sheet and I say OK, it is throwing an error. Why? Because in existing sheet we have to select a location. For example, in a same sheet means I can click here. Suppose I want output in some other sheet means select the sheet and then select the location. Select the sheet and then select the location. Maybe existing sheet will be very useful when you make a dashboard. We'll see dashboard in another few minutes. As of now, let us go with new worksheet. Please don't select this option. If I select this option, some feature may not work now. Please do not select this option. I'm repeatedly saying, because if I say do not select, we tend to select. So please do not select it. It will throw some error. Please do not select it as of now. So just only one thing. One is the table are arranged. Second one is the new worksheet. Now I'm going to click on OK. Yes? Can you click on OK now? OK. Yes, some changes has happened. Change number 1. You would have noticed a new sheet has been created here. On this new sheet, on the left hand side, it shows the pivot table 1. This is where we are going to construct. This is where we are going to create a report. On the right hand side, there is a pivot table fields. And you can see another 2 changes. Maybe the second time from yesterday, you are seeing these changes. Could you tell me what is that change? One more change. Contextual tab. Very good. There are 2 contextual tab appearing on the top. Analyze and design. Both are very important and vital. We'll see how to use the 2 tabs. But unknowingly, if you have closed this pivot table field list, if this pivot table analyze and design is not available, it means your cursor is outside the table. If your cursor is outside the table, then the analyze and design may not appear. So your cursor should be on the table. Unknowingly, knowingly, if you have closed this field list, can I get it back again? Yes. Right click, show field list. So right click for show field list. Once again, it will come back if you have closed it. If you have closed it, then it will come back again. So right click, show field list. Let us explore one by one what are all the options available here. The first one, where we can see these are all your column headings which is available on your source table. These are all your column headings. Second one, filter. What is the usage of this filter? From yesterday, I'm saying the next level of Microsoft Excel is Power BI. But one feature which is available in Excel, which is not available in Power BI, is this feature. What is this feature is used for? Create multiple reports. If you want to create multiple report, consolidating the report is very important. Creating multiple is also very important. Suppose I have 100 customers. For 100 customers, I want to send 100 reports. One click, you can create hundreds of reports. One click, 100 reports can be created. We'll do that. Multiple reports. Then the column label. What is the usage of this column label? All the things we are going to use, please take a note of it. Everything we are going to use it. So column label is used for comparison of your data. To compare your data, I think we can go for column label. Last year, this year, I want to compare. So if you want to make a comparison report, then we can go for this column label. Row label. So this row label can be used for creating the report row wise. Row wise or even the normal report can be created using this. The normal report or a row wise report can be created by this rows. And of course, I believe everyone are aware of this sigma value. What is sigma value? Sigma value means sigma is used for, yes, all the aggregated formula can be used here. Summarizing your data, as he has rightly told, aggregated formulas like sum, average, count, maximum, minimum. All the aggregate formulas can be used under this summarize. Not only sum, any kind of aggregated formulas. Yes. Then Deferred layout update. What is the deferred layout update? If the table is too large, it will take more time to create a report. But if you want to create a report very fastly, so you want to create a report more faster, then we can use this deferred layout update. Okay? Clear? Yes? Can I close this? Because everything we are going to use one by one. If you are clear, I can close this. Now, the report what we are going to create is region wise, customer type wise. I want sum of this operating cost and some of the another cost and some of the profit and loss. So, which wise, region wise and segment wise. So, we have to drag the region wise and customer type wise. Drag the region and customer type, drag it and drop it to the label. Filter and columns, we are going to see it in another few minutes. Whichever you want to summarize it, aggregate it, that should be in sigma values. Which wise should be in rows. Whichever you want to summarize it, it should be in it should be in sigma. I recommend drag and drop. Don't make a check mark. Some people I have seen, they will go here and make a tick. So what will happen is if I make a tick mark, it may land into filter area, it may land into column label, it may land into row label, it may land into sigma also. Better drag and drop. So let me drag the region and drop it to the rows. Yes. We got region wise, east, north, south, west. And then the customer type. Let me drag the customer type into rows again. So these are all the region wise. Under region, these are all my customers. And then operating cost. I want the sum of operating cost. Drag the operating cost and drop it to the sigma values. So we are getting the sum of operating cost. But here we have one advantage. If you are 100% sure that these columns are in number format. If these columns are in number format, if you are 100% sure, then we have an advantage. No need for dragging and dropping. You can make a check mark itself. If you make a check mark, it will straight away land into the sigma value. If the data is in a number format and you want the sum of it, so then you can make a check mark. Yes, amount and net profit. So region wise, customer type wise, we got the sum of operating cost, sum of disbursement amount and sum of net profit. We'll do further more on this. Okay? Right. But I'm not satisfied with this report. The reason why I'm not satisfied with the report is the first reason. It's showing the total on the top and the data on the bottom, which I don't prefer. I want the data on the top and total on the bottom. And you can see the region and customer type is in the same column. I can understand. But when I send this report to someone else, they may not understand what is this east, what is this north, what is this business owner. So I want it in a different column. So I want to rearrange my reports. The best way is place the cursor on the table. Go to the tab called as Design. Under the tab of Design, the first option, Subtotal. I think you can tell me what is the option I am going to select here. Show all subtotal, bottom of the group. Second, grand total. For some reasons, if you don't want the grand total, you want to switch off the grand total, you can switch off it, but I recommend don't do anything here. I will tell you when we can switch off. Maybe in the next session we'll see when we can switch off. As of now, I'm not switching off this. And I recommend always all your report to be in a tabular form. Tabular form. That's always better. How can I put the report in tabular? Report layout. Show in tabular. I recommend, even I suggest all my reports to be in a tabular form. Design, report layout, show in tabular form. So let me do that. Report layout, show in tabular form. Yes. Now we are getting the region in a separate column and we are getting the customer type in a separate column. And while taking a report as a printout, or while send this report to someone else. For this business owner, they belongs to the East region. Corporate employee also belongs to the East region. Instead, I want the East, North to be repeated so that it's easy when you take a printout when you present it. So report layout, repeat all item label. Before that, you should have selected this. First select this show in tabular form, then go for repeat all item label. Don't straight away select repeat item label, it will not get repeated. So first show in tabular form, then repeat all item label. So let me click on this repeat all item label. Yes, the item label is getting repeated. East, North, South. Okay. I think all the other option available here, as the name itself says, design. It's purely for designing your data. Nothing designing your report. Nothing will happen to your data. You can try. It's straightforward. It's very simple. You can even try. For example, blank rows. After all the data, there will be a blank line. Insert a blank line. You can see after east, there is a blank. After north, after south, there is a blank. If you don't want the blank line, you can remove the blank line. Row header, east, north, south is in boulder. I don't want to be in boulder. I can uncheck the row header. Better to uncheck it. Column header, better to have it. Don't uncheck the column header. Better to have the column header. Don't uncheck it. Banded rows, all the alternative rows are banded, which will be much easier to take a printouts. You may not aware of it. In olden days, computer sheets are banded. Computer sheets, blue, white, gray, white. So when you take a printout, easy to understand your reports. Banded is better. I prefer banded rows, but I don't prefer banded columns. Alternative rows are banded. And better, I want a better colors and formatting. So go to pivot table styles and select some different types of styles and colors. Which types of styles, colors you want, you can select it. Okay. So as I indicated, all the options available and designing, it's just about designing your report. That's all. But could you tell me why East region is coming on the top? Is it based on my source data? In my source data, it's East is coming on the top, West is coming on the second. Is it based on my source data? Alphabetically ordered. Very good. Super. But assume while presenting the report, I don't want the East region should come on the top. Assume just for an example, I want the South region should come on the top. South region should be top of my report. So to do this, 3 methods. Method number 1. But method number 1, please be careful. If you are conversant, if you are confident, do it. If you are not confident, don't do it, because if it is throwing an error, you cannot undo it. If it is an error, you cannot undo it. So please be careful. The South region, I want to bring the South region before this East region. Method 1. Go to the border of the cell where we have the South region. Go to the border of the cell. You can see the 4 header with the arrow mark. 4 header with the arrow mark. Go there and drag this South and drop it, bring it before the East region. Just to drag and drop that South region before the East region. You can see a line is appearing, place it there. So you can see the South goes to the top. This is first method. But be careful on using this method. If you are not okay, then don't do it. It may throw an error. Second method, I'll undo this. Second method is very simple. I want the South region should come here. Just go there and type with the correct spelling SOUTH. Enter. South region will come to the top. Very simple. Just go there and type it with the correct spelling. with the correct spelling, with the correct case sensitive. Sometimes it's case sensitive also. Capital and small letters, no spaces. Okay, this is second method. Third method. Suppose I want this north region should come before the east. Right click. You can see there is an option called as move. Right click, move. Whether you want to move it to the beginning, or you want to move it to the previous step, or you want to move it to the next step, at the last step, wherever you want. So let me make a right click on this, and I want to move one step upwards. Move up. I want the north should be moved upwards. So north has gone upwards. So three possible methods. One is dragging and dropping. Second one is go there and type it. Third one is right clicking. But unfortunately, out of these three methods will work only for the data which is in rows. If the data is in sigma, assume that I want the net profit should come here, or I want this operating cost should come in the next right hand side. I want to rearrange my columns. You can do this two things. One is you can click on the heading, go to the border of the heading, drag and drop. So you can see net profit goes to the first column. Or go there and type the heading. Instead of sum of operating cost, I will put it as sum of net profit. I type it as sum of net profit, so net profit will come to the first column. Unfortunately, right click move may not work here. Right click move will work only on this row wise data, not for the sigma values. Okay. Next we will see how to change formulas, how to create our own formulas. So, done? Clear? Pivot or pivot table. Very easy to use. It's very easy to learn. Similarly, it's very easy to forget also. So very easily you will forget it, because one click it will do so many things. One click it will do so many things. All the easiest concept you will forget it very easily. We want to go to the next level in data analysis, reporting, data science. First we have to go with pivot, then power pivots, then power queries, then power BI. Gradually you will move to the next level. So please start using pivot. Right? Let us see how to change formulas. Assume I don't want the sum of net profit. I don't want sum of net profit. Instead of the sum of net profit, I want to count the net profit, or I want to make the average of my net profit. I want to change the formula. Very simple. Right click on that particular column. Right click on the particular column. There is an option available called as summarize value by. Right click on the column, summarize value by, where we can see sum, count, average, maximum, minimum, product. So for example, let me go with average. Yes. It shows me the average of my net profit. So right click on the column and go to summarize value by and go to average. Earlier it was a sum. We have converted the sum into average. Now assume I want the sum also. I want the sum also here. Both. Average is available, but I want the sum also should be available here. So what we do, very simple. Drag the net profit one more time and drop it to the sigma. Either to the middle or to the end or to the center, wherever you want. I am putting it at the last. Yes. So we got average of net profit and we have sum of net profit. Both are available. I repeat it again. First, earlier it was like this. Right click, summarize value by, I make it as average. Then I want the sum also. Drag that net profit and bring it to the sigma. So you got average as well as we got the sum. Two formulas for one column. Let me do one more time. Right click, I want to know count. For South region business owner, how many counts has been, how many application has been done. Right click, summarize value by count. 16, 19, 12, 9. Now tell me, I want the sum of net profit also here. Again, drag the net profit and bring it to the sigma. So like this, any number of times you can drag and drop, any number of times you can change your formulas. Next we'll see the percentage. Next we'll see how to create our own formulas. Okay? Yes. Out of this, I want to know which region has more percentage, highest percentage. I want to calculate the percentage. Always, if you want to calculate the percentage, calculate it based on the sum. Normal mathematical, arithmetical concept. Calculate the percentage based on the sum. Don't calculate the percentage based on the average or count. Right click on sum of net profit. Show value as. Under show value as, you can see the second option available. Percentage of grand total. Right click. Show value as percentage of grand total. Right click, show value as percentage of grand total. Yes. Now it says out of 100 percentage, South region is 28, North is 24, East is 21, West is 24. But unfortunately, when I convert the sum into average, your heading is getting changed. When I convert the sum into count, heading is getting changed. But when I get the sum into percentage, unfortunately, heading is not changing here. No other go. You have to manually go to the heading on the top and change the heading manually here. Percentage. So you have to change the heading manually. Unfortunately, for the percentage, heading will not get changed. You have to change the headings. Now, I want the sum again. Drag the net profit and bring it to the sigma again. How this percentage is calculated is based on the overall 100 percentage. Based on 100 percentage, calculating the percentage. But now my South region head is asking, I want to know South region percentage. If South region is 100, tell me what is the percentage for the business owner and corporate employees and each one. If this South region is 100, I want the distribution by customer type wise, not overall. Right click on this sum of net profit. Summarize value by, show value as. Under show value as, you can see there is an option called as percentage. All the option available in show values is very, 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 very important for reporting. We are going to see at least 5 or 6 today. Minimum 5 or 6. Right click, show value as percentage of parent total. This region is a parent. Below that we have the customer type. It will be a child of this. So right click, percentage of parent total. Show value as percentage of parent total. There is parent row total, parent column total. Don't do that. Percentage of parent total. And it's asking, do you want to make the percentage by region wise? Yes, of course. Okay. Yes. If the South is 100, what is the distribution of each customers? If the North is 100, what is the distribution of each customers? Once again, heading, you have to change it manually. percentage of region wise. We'll see how to create our own formula. Okay. And I drag that net profit once again to the sigma. So you can see for one column, we got an average, we got a count, we got the percentage, we got the percentage by parent, and we got the sum. So one formula, one column, we got 5 formulas. Next is how to create our own formulas. We'll do more exercise on pivot. As I told, it's an important feature. Okay. Can I write my own formula? For example, I want to know discount. Let me take the net profit. Out of the net profit, 5%. Out of net profit, 5%, I want to know what is my discount. Normally, what people will do is they will go to the original source table and they will create an extra column called as discount. That is 5% into net profit, which I don't prefer. I don't prefer that. Because if I add a new column, it may increase your file size and disturb the system speed. This table is very small. Okay, I have around 310 rows. Suppose this table is too big, 3 lakh and 4 lakh rows. If I add one extra column, it may increase your file size. From today, maximum try to avoid creating formulas in Excel. Either try to create a formula in pivot or create it in Power Query. Next level is Power Query. But how to create a formula in pivot? Place the cursor on the pivot table. 2 methods. Analyze, field items and sets, calculated field. Go to analyze, below analyze, field items and sets, calculated field. First method. Second method is the shortcut key, Control Shift plus. Go to analyze, field items and sets, calculated field, or use the shortcut key Control Shift plus, whichever is easier. I think both are easier. I always recommend the shortcut keys Control Shift plus. From now, when you go to the next level, from now, forget the column names and forget the cell numbers. From now, no A1, B1, A1 plus B1, forget it. It should be your column names. From now, it should be your column names. And what is the name of that formula? So let us give the name as discount. And what is the formula? 0, delete that 0, 5% or 0.05, 5% into, multiply it, 5% into what? Into net profit. If you know the spelling of the net profit, type it here. But I don't know the spelling, there is some space or something. So what you do is double click on that net profit. Rather than typing it manually, double click. Yes. 5% into net profit. I want what is the 5% of my net profit. Add. Add and OK. That's all. Yes. A new column is created called as discount, which is 5% from my net profit. 5% of my net profit. Okay. I repeat it again. Control Shift plus. Type your formula name and give the formula 5% into net profit. But how can I edit the formula which you have already created? Same Control Shift plus. There is a drop down available here. Click on the drop down where your formula is displayed. Select the formula and you can modify your formula also. If you don't like this formula, if you want to modify the formula, go to the drop down and select the formula and modify your formulas. Same control shift plus. Drop down here, select the formula and modify it. Okay? Or if you don't want the formula, you can delete it also. Yes. If you press Control Shift plus, there is a drop down here. If I click it, your formula name will be displayed. Select it. Suppose instead of 5%, I want 6%, change it and click on Modify. Or if you don't want the formula, just select it and delete it. Now, let us take a data. For example, South Region Business Owner, it's 27,000 or 2,70,700. That's my operating cost for the South Region Business Owner. If I try to change the data, that's not possible here. If you want to change the data, could you tell me where can I change it? Source table. I want to apply the filter for the source table. Could you tell me how can I apply the filter? I want to apply some filter for this table. Control Shift L. Very good. Control Shift L is the shortcut key for applying a filter. Control Shift L, or go to data and click on filter. Go to data and click on filter, or use the shortcut key Control Shift L. So let me press Control Shift L. Let us select the region. For example, I am selecting the South region. Under South region, I am selecting the business owners. Okay. So South region is filtered. Below the South region, business owner is filtered. Now let me select the operating cost. Yes, the total is 2,70,700. You can see the total displayed on the bottom is 2,70,700. Perfect. But I am going to change the data here. Instead of 11,300, let me make it as 11,600. I'm changing my value in the operating cost. Instead of 11,300, I change it into 11,600. And I go to my pivot table and I'm checking whether it has updated. Unfortunately, it's not updating. So what has to be done? Refresh. How can I refresh it? Right click, refresh, or use the shortcut key Alt F5. Right click and refresh, or use the shortcut key Alt F5 for refreshing your pivot. So right click and refresh, or Alt F5 is the shortcut key for right. Some keyboard you have to press Alt function F5. So right click refresh or Alt F5 refresh. Okay, let me try that. Right click refresh. Yes, you can see here it has changed now. What if you forget to refresh? Right click, pivot table option. Right click, pivot table option. Data, and there is a checkbox available. Refresh data when opening the file. If I select this, your pivot table will get refreshed automatically. Even you forget to refresh also. If you forget to refresh, your pivot table will get refreshed automatically whenever you open the file. Right click, pivot table option, data, refresh data when opening the file. Okay. Instant refresh means Alt F5 or right click refresh, but whenever you open the file, the pivot has to be refreshed. Then right click, pivot table option, data, refresh data when opening the file. Now I want a solution from your side. I'll go to my original Excel table. I have applied the filter in this original Excel table. You tell me how can I clear the filter? I want my data back again. Control Shift L will remove the filter. I don't want to, there is a difference between removing and clearing. I want to clear the filter, not removing the filter. So tell me how can I clear the filter? The shortcut key for clearing the filter is Alt A C. It will not remove the filter, it will clear the filter. Filter will be available, but data will get cleared. So try to use the shortcut key Alt A C. Don't use Control Shift L, it will slow down your system speed. Alt A C. Removing the filter, what is said is correct, Control Shift L. So I can press Control Shift L for removing the filter. Yes. Now, I need a solution from your side. Whenever you modify the data on your source, your pivot table is not getting updated, we have to refresh it. Now tell me, what will happen if I add a new record at the last? Suppose I have a new region called a central region. Central region, a new company, new plant has been started. So I want to add a new record here. If I add a new record, tell me whether it will get updated on my pivot or not. It will get updated. Refresh. After refreshing also it will not get updated. So tell me how to update it. So what you said is correct. Whenever I add a new record at the last, pivot will not get updated, but I want pivot to be updated. If I create it now, it will work, no issues. What is said is perfectly correct. Convert this table into an official Excel dynamic table. So when you make a table into when you go to Power BI, Power Queries, Power Pivots, your table should be a dynamic table. How can I convert this table into a dynamic table is by a shortcut key, Control T or Control L. So convert your table into an official Excel dynamic table. So let me do that. Control T. Place the cursor on this. I think if I start dynamic table, it will take another 1 hour. So many advantages are available in this dynamic table. Let us see the basic advantage at least. Control T or Control L. I have pressed Control T and Control L. It's asking whether your table is having a data. Yes, where is your table? Table is already selected. My table has a header. Yes, our table is having a header. Okay. Yes, this table was converted into a official Excel dynamic table. What will happen if there is an official dynamic table is the heading is automatically filtered. Color and background formatting is automatically applied. And there is a tab called as table design. And in a normal table, when I scroll down, for example, I'll go to any table. If I scroll down, I cannot see the heading of the table on the top. Could you tell me how can I see the heading? I want to see the heading of this table on the top here. What we do normally? Freeze. But this dynamic table, just watch here. Place the cursor on the table. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J is your Excel heading. Scroll down. Your table heading will become Excel heading automatically. You can see it has changed your column heading. It has freezed your column heading here. Auto freezing. It will automatically freeze your table. Auto filter, auto format, auto freeze. know basics of Excel. According to me, this is to convert your table into. There are so many advantages in this dynamic table. You see one by one. Auto filter, auto freeze, auto format, auto filter freeze. Advantages. Then I will tell you how to make this table as a normal table. Okay. Let us come to the purpose for what we converted this table into a dynamic table. Why we converted this table into a dynamic table is, let us add a new data at the last. For example, I'm adding something like central region. Central region. And you can see the color background formatting is updated automatically. Let me add the previous. Control D is the shortcut key for just duplicating the value from top to bottom. I'm adding some dummy values here. I'm adding some dummy value. Some values. Some dummy values here. Then go to the pivot table. Right click. Refresh. The newly added value is also updated on your pivot. That's the next advantage of this dynamic table. We'll see another 4 or 5 advantages, then we'll see how to make this table as a normal table also. Yes. Everywhere. Even in a normal table also. We'll see another 3 or 4 advantages of this dynamic. Columns means Control R. Left to right is Control R. Top to bottom is Control D. Okay. Let us see another few advantages of this dynamic table. Then we'll see how to make it as a normal table. If I want to find out the grand total for this net profit, I want to find out the grand total for this net profit. So in dynamic table, what you do is just use the shortcut key Control Shift T. Place the cursor on the dynamic table and press Control Shift T. When I press Control Shift T, what will happen is it automatically inserts a row. A row was inserted automatically and it's giving the total of this net profit. You can ask me what is the purpose. Even if I use the sum function also, I will get the total. Even if I use the alt equal to also, I will get the total. The first advantage is, if I filter my table, I will go to the filter table. I am filtering the east region and OK. It shows me the total of east region. Subtotal. Whatever I filter, it will give you the sum of that filtered record. That's the next advantage of this dynamic table. Press Control Shift T. Press Control Shift T so that you will get the total on the bottom. If I filter, it automatically shows me the filtered records total. Whatever you filter, it will give you only the filtered records total. And I don't want the grand total. Instead of the grand total, can I make it as an average? Yes. Click here. There is a drop down here. You can change it to average, count, maximum, minimum, any formula. So you can change it to it. This will work only in dynamic table. Normal table, this will not work. You can change it to any formula, average, count, maximum, minimum, any formula. This column, I want an average. Previous column, can I get a sum? Yes, go to the previous column. and make it as sum. Previous column, I want the count. Go to the previous column and make it as count. So any column, just go there and you can change your formulas. As I indicated, this will work only in dynamic. Normal table, this will not be done. Another 2-3 advantages we'll see. Could you tell me normally how do we add a formula in our table? We look up or any formula. What we do is we'll write the formula in the first cell. What we did in the last session, we'll write the formula in the first cell, then we have to copy the formula on the bottom. But dynamic table, what you do is, for example, I want to sum up this operating cost and this amount. This cost and amount should be added. So you can write the formula not on the first cell, you can write the formula anywhere else in between. I'm going somewhere else in between here. And I will write the formula equal to operating cost plus amount. I'm selecting the operating cost plus the amount. Now watch here. Just we are going to press a enter. We are going to press an enter. You can see your formula will get copied automatically. No need to copy your formula manually. It will get copied automatically here. Just press enter. You can notice your formula will get copied automatically. So no need to copy your formulas. Your formula will be copied automatically on the bottom. This will work only in dynamic. Any formula equal to this plus this, any formula, minus this, into this, VLOOKUP, if function, any function. Write the formula, enter, the formula will get copied automatically. Okay? One more two advantages we'll see. Then we'll see how to make this as a normal table. This dynamic table, I want to present this table in a meeting like this, webinar, seminar, I want to present it. Suppose I want to present South region, we'll go to the South region and filter, and normally we'll filter the South region. Instead, place the cursor somewhere else on the top of this table, somewhere else on the top of the table. I am reducing the size of the table for a better viewing. I place the cursor somewhere else on the top of the table. Don't place it at 100th or 200th row. Place somewhere else on the top. First row, second row, third row. Place the cursor on the top. Go to table design. Under the table design. In the afternoon, this is what we are going to use it for making a dashboard. Insert slicer. Go to the table design. Under table design, insert slicer. Click on that insert slicer. For which I want the slicer? For a region. Select that region. And I say OK. Yes. There is a slicer created here. Now it's very simple. I want to see only the South region data. Click on South. It shows only the South region data here. North region data, East region data, West region data, Central. So table design, insert slicer. I place the cursor on the table again. Table design, insert slicer. One more slicer, maybe for a loan category I want a slicer. So let us select the loan category. Okay. So there is one more slicer here. So for the North region, I want to see only the business loans. Click on business loans. For the North region, it shows only the business loans. So multiple slicers. So interactively, visually, you can present your data if you have the slicers like this. If you don't like the slicer, select it and delete it. So based on the slicer, in another few minutes, we'll see how to make some dashboards. Right? Now the final one is how we are giving a name for a sheet, how we are giving a name for a file. We can give a name for this table also. Let us go to the table design. On the first, you can see it says table 1. Instead of the table 1, let us give some meaningful name for the table without space, without special characters. No space, no special characters are allowed in between. So let us say region net profit. Each region wise, what is my net profit? I am giving a name for this table. So what is the advantage of giving a name for this table is, if I go to some other sheet, I am going to some other sheet. Now I want to select the table. Now I want to select the table. I don't know where is the table available, in which row, in which column, but very simply you can select it. Go to the name box. Your table name will be displayed there. Only your dynamic table name will be displayed. Click it. The table will get selected. So from anywhere you can select your table also. From anywhere you can select your table. So just go to any sheet and go to the name box. Your table name is displayed. Click it. Your table name will get selected. Actually, I have seen in corporates more people have started using this dynamic table. But if you don't like this dynamic table, if you want to make it as a normal table, which I don't recommend, but if you want to make it as a normal table, right click, table, right click on the table, table, convert to range. Right click on the table, convert to range. First method. Second method, table design, convert to range. One of the very popular feature used in this industries is this dynamic table, basic of Excel. Right click, convert to range, table design, convert to range. Convert to range. It will ask for the confirmation. If you are okay, yes, you can convert your table into a normal table. After converting a table into a normal table, now tell me how can I make it as a dynamic table again? Control T or Control L. If you don't like the shortcut key, there is another method to convert your table as a dynamic table. That is, go to Insert Table. Home tab, format as a table. So many options are available. Control Q, table, table. Why they are given so many options? Because it's a very important feature. So that's why they are given so many. Control T, Control L, Insert Table, Home tab, format as a table, Control Q, table, table. So many methods are available to convert your table into a dynamic table. I believe from today, not even from today, from now, convert your table into a dynamic. But this will jump on to exercise number 18, which you are going to do. First, we will convert this table into a dynamic table. That's not your task. Everyone will do it in single second. So Control T, Control L. Okay. So city, collection officer, collection date, reference number, collection mode, and amounts collected. City wise collection. So I will give some name, city collection. Yes. Same sheet or different sheet is your wish. Same sheet or different sheet is your wish. But I want you to create a report similar to this. Yes. So create a report city wise, collection mode wise, city wise, collection mode wise, count of reference number. I will reduce the size. Count of reference number, average sum and percentage of amount collected. Create a report, city wise, then collection mode wise, city wise, collection mode wise, count of reference number, sum of, average of and percentage of amount collected. Sum of, percentage and average. It can be in any order. I don't want the sum first and average second. It can be in any order. Yes, I'll go. Heading. Change the heading. Heading, percentage, heading. Section mode wise, count of reference number, average, count and percentage of amount collected. Count of reference numbers, some average, percentage of grand total. Yes. Percentage of grand total. Always find the percentage based on that is average. Average has gone. That's percentage of collection. It should be sum of collection. Sum of order collected based on that find the percentage. Yes. One minute. Bring the okay. Insert pivot table. New sheet or existing sheet is your wish. Let us put into the existing sheet. Location. Somewhere else here. Okay. Then city wise. Collection mode wise. City wise, collection mode wise. That's the report, right? Then reference number sigma sum. Could you tell me how can I make it as count? Right click, show value as summarize value by count. Then amount collected to be in sigma, it's giving sum, but I want average, right click, summarize value by average. Once again, I'll put the amount collected to the sigma. Once again, I'll put the amount collected to the sigma, right click, show value as percentage of parent total. Change the heading as percentage. Could you tell me how can I bring the city name and this collection mode in a separate columns? Both are in same column. How can I bring it in separate columns? Last session we did this. Design, very good. Then report layout, show in tabular form. Very good. Report layout, show in tabular form. Now, same table. First, arrange your table like this. What do you want to arrange is? I want all the net transfer should come on the top, then UPI, then card, then e-wallet. After that, add the sum of amount collected and change it to the percentage of parent total. Percentage of parent total by city wise. First, arrange your table. How it has to be arranged is, we should get the net profit, net transfer on the top, UPI on the second top, card on the third, e-wallet on the fourth. Arrange your table first, then add that column called as sum of amount collected and change it to percentage of parent total. Percentage of parent total by city wise. It should show the output like this. Maybe this column may be at the last or first, that's your wish. Out of 100 in Coimbatore means what is net transfer, what is UPA, what is card. Same like 100. First arrange your columns, then find the percentage of parent total. Arrange your columns first. Showing some error. Okay. Yes. I'm dragging the amount collected again to the sigma. Then right click on the, before that you have to arrange it. Net transfer should come on the first. So either go there and type it or right click and you can move it to the first. I will move the net transfer to the beginning. Then UPI, or you can go here to the corner and drag and drop it also. So like this you can drag and drop and you can bring the column wherever you want. So we have dragged the sum of amount collected, right click, show value as percentage of parent total. Percentage of parent total, and it's based on city. Okay. Yes. And change the heading, percentage of city wise. Same table. Same table. Add a calculated field. You have to add a calculated field in the pivot table. In the pivot table, create a calculated field. 7% of the amount collected. Incentive. The table name, column name can be incentive. Everything we did. 7%. Last session we did 5% of the discount. 7% of amount collected. 1% into amount collected. Incentive. Seven percentage into amount collected is incentive. You have a shortcut key for this also. Okay. Tell me how to do this. Place the cursor on the table. Analyze. Field items and sets. Calculated field. Or you can use the shortcut key Control Shift plus. And what is the name of the formula is incentive. The formula is 7% multiply it by amount collected. How can you get the amount collected here? Double click. Add it. Okay. So we got sum of incentive. Yes. Come back to the same exercise. Come back to the same exercise number 18. We are going to create another powerful report. Place the cursor on the table. Now let us create a report date-wise. Date-wise, what is the sum of amount? Date-wise, what is the sum of amount? Let us create a report date-wise, what is the sum of amount? Insert, pivot table. Insert pivot table. Let us go with the existing sheet. You can put it on new sheet also. I will go with the existing sheet. Somewhere else on the right side. I am putting somewhere else on the right side here. Okay. Collection date should be in rows. Amount collected should be in sigma. I have dragged that collection date into rows, amount into sigma. What pivot has done is it has automatically grouped your dates. You can see you are getting year-wise report. When I expand the year, you are getting quarter-wise. If I expand the quarter, you will get month-wise. If I expand the month, you will get it by day-wise. So when I drag that date into rows and sigma, amount collected into sigma, you are getting yearly, quarterly, monthly and daily. But I am not satisfied with this report because I want to every time expand a particular year. Under the year you have to expand the quarter, under the quarter you have to expand the month, and you have to see the days also. Instead, I want to see one report, yearly, monthly. Yearly, monthly. Right click on the year, right click on the year or month or anywhere else, make a right click, group, right click and go to group, or even you can use the shortcut key alt shift right arrow. Either right click and go to group or use the shortcut key alt shift right arrow, or right click and group it. So let us make a right click and I'll go for group. Now it's asking how you want the report. Seconds, minutes, hours, days, months or quarters. For example, I'll select years and months. I remove the quarters. I selected only years and months. So we have created year-wise, month-wise, and I say okay, yes. Now we got yearly, monthly, every year, every month. But let us see a better report. Still it's not okay. We have to create a better report after this. Alt shift right arrow. Okay. Initially your report is like this. Either right click group or alt shift right arrow. It straight away lands into group. Here select months and years. Don't select the quarters. Remove the quarters and I say okay. So we got yearly, monthly. But still I am not okay. Could you tell me how can I bring the years and months in a separate column? Just now we did it in the previous exercise. Design, report layout, show in tabular form. But still I cannot present a very big report like this in a meeting or a webinar. My people will not like this. I want a simple report. So I want to see a report in a single screen, simple report. So either the years or months, drag it into columns. Either the years or months should be in columns. Which is having lesser value should be in columns, which is having more value should be in rows. Could you tell me out of this data which is having the lesser value and which is having the more value here? Years is lesser. So better to bring the years to columns, and I think months is more, 12 months. So that is in rows. Yes. Now I can get a better comparison report. Compared to last year, this year, how was my sales or how was my amounts? So now I get a better report. Yearly, monthly, every year, every month. Every year, every month, what is my report? From yesterday, you did so many tasks. Out of this, the next one is the easiest of all. We got a yearly monthly report. Convert this yearly monthly report into a weekly report like this. Convert that yearly monthly report. Please convert that yearly monthly report like this. Yearly monthly, make it as weekly. If you know how many days are there in a week, you can do it. If you are not able to see what is on your screen, ask me. I can repeat it multiple times. Every time I'm saying, ask me, I can repeat it, repeat it. Don't hesitate, basic, silly. Ask me many times, I can repeat it. Hey, group. Okay. Place the cursor on the table, maybe anywhere else on the date or month. Right click, go to group, and we'll remove the months and years and select only the days and change the number of days to 7. Okay. But unfortunately in my system it's going in column wise. You know how to bring it to row wise. I am bringing this to row wise. This report is ready. Two things I want to do. One is I can present the report. Place the cursor on the table. I am repeatedly saying if you have any questions, doubts, stop me, ask me. There itself I can repeat it any number of times, but I can see some people are not creating the report itself. Ask me, I can repeat it any number of times. So place the cursor on the table, analyze, insert slicer, analyze, insert slicer. And suppose I want this report to, a weekly report, I want to show it for each cities. Select the city, analyze, insert slicer. This we did it in the last session for dynamic table. City, and I say OK. You can see city wise there is a slicer. If I click on Coimbatore, I'll get the weekly report for Coimbatore, Madurai, whatever the city I select, based on that the reports are changing. This we know already. We did it in the last session for dynamic table also, but there is one more. Place the cursor on the table, analyze. There is one more option available, insert timeline. Insert timeline, click on the timeline. For which we want the timeline, collection date, because that's the only column is based on date. Select that collection date and I say OK. Now you can see the collection date timeline is available. What is the usage of this timeline is? Slicer is used only for selecting the text, whereas the timeline can be used for selecting the months and years, date-wise. Instead of the months, let us go for years. Instead of the month, I selected as years. Now, for example, if I select 2020, it shows only the report for 2020. 2021, it shows the report for 2021. 2022, 2023, 2024. So based on whatever you select, it changes the report automatically. Okay, but this report, I don't want to present the report like this. I want to send the report. For all the 4 cities, I want to send the report. It can be 4, it can be 20, it can be 100. I want to send the report for each cities. 2 steps you can do it. I can say manually this is impossible. You cannot do it in any other software, even in Power BI or any software, it's not available. 2 steps we are going to do it. Place the cursor on this table. Drag that city name. Drag the city name and drop it to the filter area. Drag the city name and drop it to the filter area. Now the city is appearing on top of your table, and see whether all city is selected. All city should be selected. If it is not selected, please select it. Suppose if only Coimbatore is available, it will show you only the report of Coimbatore. So see whether all city is selected. Yes, all city is selected now. Second step. First step, drag the city and drop it to the filter area. Second step, verify whether all is available. If all is not there, make it as all. Then, second step is analyze. Go to analyze. Option. You can see there is a tab called as option. Analyze, options, but don't click. I think some system you may not see the option properly since your screen size is very small. Go to pivot table. Under pivot table, you can see options. If you are able to see it straight away, okay. If you are not able to see it, there is an arrow mark of options. Analyze, options, show report filter pages. Analyze, options, show report filter pages. Now I'm going to click on OK. You are going to tell me what will happen after this. So I'm going to click on OK here. Yes. You tell me in span of second something has happened here. 4 different sheet has been created. For each city there is 4 sheets created. If you go to the first sheet, you can see only the details of Coimbatore, Madurai, Salem, Trichy. So you can see that particular city details are displayed here. One click, it has created 4 reports. One click, 4 reports. Literally, it's impossible to create a report like this. First step, drag that city, drop it to filter. Second step, analyze, option, show report filter pages. Yes. First drag the city into filter area. If you are not did it, then it will not show. Redo the first step, you write the second step. Drag the city and drop it into filter. Then you will get that option. Next is aging and dashboard. Come to the exercise number 19. We'll convert this table in dynamic table once again. Control T, Control L. Okay. We'll give a name for this table. The name of the table, let us say the name of the table is invoice. Now what I want you to try here is this table. Based on this table, on a new file, not on the same file, on a new file, on a new sheet, create a report like this. On a new sheet, create a report, create a pivot, compare yearly customer wise, what is the sum of invoice amount? Yearly customer wise, what is the sum of invoice amount? Yes. Create a report, yearly customer wise. Every year, you have to drag and drop, that's all. Just drag it and drop it. Sir. Yearly customer wise, sum of invoice amount. Yearly customer wise, sum of invoice amount. Highest value should come on lowest reverse. Okay. Yes. Insert, pivot. Let us put it into a new worksheet. Okay. Yearly. Customer, I am dragging into rows. Invoice date, I am dragging into columns. This is okay. This is 100% okay. But if you want only years, right click, group. You can select only years. But this is also okay. Then drag the invoice amount to sigma. After this, we are going to find out who is our top customers, aging analysis, finally dashboard. So we are going to make a dashboard out of this. After this, you are going to create a dashboard. Before that, let us give some name for the sheet, meaningful name. Because based on this only, we are going to create a connection. So let us give some meaningful name. I will give a name called as invoice dashboard. So I'll give some meaningful name for that sheet. Any name as you wish. Any name as you wish. But please do remember the name. Based on this name only, we are going to make a dashboard. So give a meaningful name for the sheet. After giving a meaningful name, please do this. This table which you have created just now. This table which you have created just now. Based on that split. City-wise in a different sheet we did in the last session. I want city-wise should be in a different sheet. Chennai, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Jaipur, Mumbai, Pune, everything should come in different sheet. Just now, 5 minutes before you did Coimbatore in a different sheet, Madurai in a different sheet. City-wise should be in different sheets. Should be in different sheets. Different sheets. Where it is? Okay. Yeah. Tell me how to do this. What is the first step? Drag the city and drop it to filter. Then what's my second step? Analyze, options, show report filter, pages. Okay? Yes. Bangalore, Chennai, Delhi, Hyderabad, Jaipur, Mumbai, Pune. Yes. We'll finish up with the dashboard. Yes, please. Come to that invoice dashboard sheet. Come to the invoice dashboard sheet. We are going to create a aging analysis and we are going to connect a report. We are going to make a dashboard now. So out of this customer yearly, I want only the top 10 customers, top 10 or top 5. Let us make a right click on the customer name. Right click on the customer name. I don't want all the customer. Here only 20 customers, okay. Suppose if you have 100 customers, I cannot show all the 100 customers. Right click and go to filter. Under filter, there is an option called as top 10. Right click on the customer name. Top 10. Let us make it as top 5. For example, I'll make it as top 5. So I want top 5 customers. Okay. So we have top 5 customers. Then, so we have only top 5. We are going to create one more report here. Maybe another chart here, another chart here. Finally, we are going to connect everything. Let us create another report. Let us go to the same exercise number 19. Based on this due days. The invoice was made on 31 May, but today is 23. So 23 days this invoice was pending. So due days wise, sum of invoice amount. Due days wise, sum of invoice amount. Let us create a report first. Then we'll see how to make this report as a aging for you. This is very, very, very important, vital. I think your kind of company, this is very important here. This aging analysis. Insert pivot, and I want to place the pivot table very next to this table here. So go to the exercise number 19. Insert pivot table, existing worksheet, location. Insert pivot table, existing worksheet, location. Let us put the location in the same invoice dashboard. I'm placing it somewhere else here. Insert pivot, existing worksheet, and I select some location here. If I selected the wrong location also, you can later move it. I will tell you how to move that. Okay. So we have placed the report in some location here. Now suppose I have selected a wrong location. Can I move the table? Yes, of course you can move it. There is an option of analyze, move pivot table. Move pivot table, and you can move the pivot table wherever you want. But let it be as it is. Let us bring the due days. I'll bring the due days to rows. We are bringing the due days to rows. 0, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. There are some due days. Let us bring the invoice amount to sigma. Bring the due days to rows. Invoice amount into sigma. We got a report 0 days. This is the invoice pending. 23 days, 24 days, 25 days. But I'm not satisfied. I cannot show the report like this. I want to make this report as the aging analysis. Make a right click on any one of these numbers 23, 24, 25. Any one of the number, right click. Group. Just now we did this group. What is the shortcut key for it? Alt shift right arrow, right click group, or alt shift right arrow group. And when I say grouping for the date, it's saying yearly, monthly, weekly, or anything. But here it's asking starting. Starting is 0. 0 is actually nothing. We should not start with 0. We should start with 1. Any idea normally for the finance or the stock aging analysis? What is the duration? What is the gap normally they will give? Any idea? Gap. 30 days. So 30 means I will go with 180 days. Or you can say 150, 180, 210, your wish. Since I have only 170 is the highest, so I'm putting 180 days. And what is the gap by? Let us change the gap by as 30. So starting from 1 till 180, the gap is 30 days. That's it. Okay. So we got an aging analysis here. 1 to 30, what is the invoice pending? 30 to 60, 60 to 90, 90 to 120, 120 to 150, 150 to 180. As I indicated, manually creating a report like this is impossible. So my report shows like this: due days into rows, invoice amount into sigma. Right click on the due days, go to group. Starting is 1, ending is 180. The gap is by 30. But this less than 1 is not required for us. Less than 1 is actually 0. So click here, go to filter and remove that less than 1, or you can use the shortcut key Control minus. Control minus is the shortcut key for removing that less than 1. Before making this as a dashboard, now assume I am presenting this report in a meeting like this or anywhere else. My head or someone is asking 151 to 180 days, there are 23,82,500 is pending. I want to see this detail. What is this detail? Who is the customer? What is the invoice number? What is the product sold? So I want to see the details of this. Right click on this particular value, right click and go for show details, or double click on it, or just to make a double click. Right click and go to show details, or just to make a double click. That's all. On a separate sheet, you will get that report. Only that 150 to 180 days. So show it on a separate sheet, it shows the full details of it. Once again, I'm saying manually, this is impossible. How do we check whether we are right? Select the invoice amount and see the total here. 23,82,000. When I go to that invoice dashboard, that is 23,82,500. Perfect. Any report like this, you can make a right click and go to show details, or double click on this, you will see the details. It will create a separate sheet for us. And I can right click and I can delete that sheet. Okay, so we are going to make a dashboard out of this. That's going to be our final part. We are going to make a dashboard, and you are going to create a dashboard after this also. Free hit. I will tell you what is that free hit, how to create a dashboard. As of now, we'll save this file. We go for a final last timeout. pausing that video recording of the session. Last one, we have seen how to create two things. One is top 5, another one is the aging analysis. Now, based on this, how to make a dashboard. So first, let us create a chart. So I want to make a chart for this table. I want to make a chart. We'll see in depth of the chart in another few minutes. Place the cursor on the table. Go to the tab called as Pivot Table Analyze. Go to Pivot Table Analyze. Below the Pivot Table Analyze, there is an option called as Pivot Chart. So Pivot Table Analyze, Pivot Chart. Pivot Table Analyze, Pivot Chart. And for what you want the chart, or maybe column chart, line chart, bar chart, pie chart, your wish. So for example, I'll go with the column chart and I say OK. So we have a column chart for this table. So I created a column chart for this table. Maybe one more chart. So place the cursor on the table. Pivot Table Analyze. Pivot Chart. One more chart. So for the first table, I have created a chart. Second table, Pivot Table Analyze. For example, I'll go with the pie chart. Okay. So we have two charts now. We have two tables, we have two charts. Two table, two charts. Like this, you can have any number of tables, any number of chart. Finally, the last one. I close this pivot table field list. Temporarily, I'm going to close it. If you want, you can get it back just by making a right click, show field list, you will get it back. Place the cursor on any one of the table. And please do remember what is the name of the sheet. Of course, it's visible, available here. You can see it. If you are not able to see it, please give some meaningful name. I think I have given some meaningful name. Place the cursor on any one of the table. Any one of the table, place the cursor. Analyze. Any one of the table, place the cursor. Analyze. Insert slicer, which we did in the last session. Insert slicer. For what you want the slicer? For example, let us select the slicer for city. Analyze, insert slicer. I selected a slicer for city. Okay. But what will happen is when I may select the Bangalore, I want all the reports should get filtered for Bangalore, which will not happen now. So after inserting a slicer, two methods. Right click on the slicer, right click on the slicer, report connection. Right click on the slicer, go to report connection, or on the top there is a contextual tab, slicer, report connection. Both are same. Right click on the slicer, go to report connection, or go to the contextual tab, slicer, report connection. Both are same. Both will land into the same area. So let us click on report connection. And now it's asking which table you want to connect it. Let me select the table which is available in that sheet, this invoice dashboard sheet. There are two tables available in this invoice dashboard sheet. Select both the tables. Pivot table 10 and 18. It can be in different number. It can be 10, 11, 12. Name can be anything. So let me select this 10 and 18. I'm selecting this 10 and 18. It can be in any name. Your name can vary from system to system. Say OK. That's it. Now what will happen? If I click on Bangalore, you can see all the 4 sheets are getting filtered. I'm getting top 5 customer for Bangalore. I'm getting aging analysis for Bangalore. I'm getting the column chart for Bangalore. I'm getting the pie chart for Bangalore. Select Chennai, all the 4 charts for Chennai. Delhi, Hyderabad, Jaipur, Mumbai, Pune. I'm repeating the process one more time. Place the cursor on any one of the table. Analyze. Insert slicer. For what? City. Okay. Select the slicer. Right click on the slicer. Report connection. And or go to slicer report connection, both are same, and select both the table available on this particular sheet, invoice dashboard sheet. Select both the table, invoice dashboard. Okay, Bangalore, Chennai, Delhi, Hyderabad, Jaipur, Mumbai. All the four reports are getting filtered. Now, while presenting this report, actually I am not a big fan of this grid lines. Go to View tab, uncheck that grid lines. Uncheck that grid lines. Formula bar, uncheck it, because after that you can check this again. Formula bar, uncheck it. Headings, uncheck it. I unchecked the grid lines, I unchecked the formula bar, unchecked the headings. Now, yesterday I think we have seen a shortcut key to hide everything. Do you remember what is a shortcut key for hiding everything? Control Shift F1. Very good. Now you can see only the reports are available on your screen. Only the reports, and we have some extra spaces to create another 2 or 3 reports. Only the reports are visible on your screen here. Only the reports. Control Shift F1. If you want to come back, same Control Shift F1. And please enable the formula bar and headings. Grid lines is your wish. Enable the formula bar and grid lines. Okay. Normally, who is finishing first will get a 6er, second will get a 4, third will get a 3. Now, who is going to finish first? It's a free hit. Double 6er, double 4, double 3. All are doubled. So, exercise number 20. Come to the exercise number 20. Application date, disbursement date, processing days, application ID, relationship executive, branch location, loan product, number of application, loan amount. So there is a table available here. Based on this table, watch the question properly and do it. Based on this table, you are going to create 2 reports. First report, yearly. I will show you the report later. Yearly relationship executive wise sum of amount. This is the first report. Yearly executive wise sum of loan amount. First report. Second report, yearly product wise, loan product wise sum of loan amount. Second report. Filter top 10 products. Filter the top 10 products. I want only top 10 products to be filtered. Finally, insert a slicer for branch. When I click on Chennai, both the tables should get filtered for Chennai. Coimbatore, both the tables should get filtered for Coimbatore. Yeah, 1 minute. I will show you the report and then I will. Yes. This is, if I zoom this, you are not able to see the full screen. Let me reduce the percentage further. Yes, 2 reports. Yearly relationship executive wise sum of amount. Report number 1. Second report, yearly product wise sum of amount and top 10 products. Filter top 10 products and insert a slicer for branch location and connect all the products. Connect both the reports. Both the reports should get connected. Both the reports should get connected. Yes. That is the product wise. Top 10 products. Okay. Okay, let me do this. Insert pivot table, existing worksheet, location, maybe somewhere else here. What is the first report is yearly. So let us put the application date into columns. Relationship executive into rows. So we got yearly every executive. What is the sum of loan amount? First report. So we got one report. One more report. Insert pivot table. Existing worksheet. Location. Maybe some other location here. Okay. The next report is product wise. One product into rows and application date into columns and loan amount into sigma. But how can I get the top 10 products? Right click, filter, top 10. Finally, place the cursor on this any one of the report. Analyze, insert slicer. For what we want the slicer? Branch location. Okay. But when I click on one branch, will both the get filtered? No, it will not get filtered. So what has to be done? Right click, report connection. Select both the reports. As I told, if you are not practicing, I'm sure you'll forget it. You have to practice more and more and more. That's why I'm giving more task for you to practice. So if we say OK, and I click on Chennai, both the tables are getting filtered. Maybe the final part of this exercise is same sheet or some other location, create one more report, add a pivot table, processing days wise, count of application ID, processing date wise, count of application ID, and group the days by starting at 1, ending at 63, gap is at 7, and insert a timeline. Last session you did it 1 to 30, 30 to 60, same like. Finally insert a timeline and change the timeline into years. Okay. Yes. Place the cursor on the table, insert, pivot, existing worksheet. I'll put some location here on the bottom. Okay. What is the report is processing days into rows, application ID into sigma, right click, group it, starting is 1, ending is 63, gap is 7. And they asked us to insert the timeline. Analyze, insert timeline. And let us select the application date. Okay. But they asked us to change it to years. But now, just now I have created this report. Already I have 2 reports. Now I have created a report. If I click on the branch location, first 2 report will get filtered. The third report will not get filtered now. So how do we do that? Right click, report connection, select all the 3 tables. Same thing, you can do it for timeline also. Right click on the timeline, report connection, select all the 3 reports. Select all the 3 reports. If I select 2021, you can see all the 3 reports will be filtered for 2021. 22, all the 3 reports will get filtered for 22. And let me add this. I want 22 and 23. You can extend this 22 and 23. So you will get the report for 22 and 23. But unfortunately, you cannot select 21 and 24. That's not possible. You have to select only the continuous 2 years. Non-continuous years cannot be selected. Okay. As of now, we have created some reports. But assume I don't know how to create a report. So what is a better report for it? Will Excel suggest us a small AI tool? Place the cursor on any one of the table. Better it should be a dynamic table. Maybe I'll go to the exercise number 18. I think exercise number 18 is a dynamic table. So 18 or 19 or any table which is a dynamic table. Better to be a dynamic table. I place the cursor on 19. Go to the data tab. Go to the data tab. Under the data tab, when I go to the data tab, below the data tab, above the data tools, there is a small button available here. Analyze data. Click on that analyze data. When I click on this analyze data, Excel will analyze. As I told, it's an AI tool. Excel will analyze and it will show you which is a better report. It will suggest you what could be the better report for this kind of data. I think it's taking some time. Wi-Fi. Yes. It's analyzing and it's giving a report. These are all the various reports you can create. It's a part of Copilot. If you are satisfied with the report, you can click it, or show more result. It will show you further more result here. If you are not satisfied, for example, I want to manually create a report. For example, I want to create a report category wise, what is the sum of invoice amount, but I don't know how to create a pivot. I'm not aware of pivot. So just go here, ask a question about your data. Click here, ask a question about your data. Just type your question here. What is the question is sum of invoice amount by category, sum of invoice amount by category as what do you want? As a chart, as a line chart, as a bar chart, as a column chart. Let us say I want it as a column chart. So just I am typing here. What is your expectation? Sum of invoice amount by category as a column chart. Now press enter. That's it. It automatically creates a chart for us. So no need to create a report. Just type it. What is the report you want? Just what is the report you want? Data. That's what go here. The table space. Whether as a table, as a chart, column chart, line chart, pie chart. Now because you didn't say anything, that's it. Column chart, as a line chart. Not specifically it will create a okay. If you are not able to type it, if you are able to type it, okay. If you are not able to type it, I'm not good enough in typing. So place the cursor here and use the shortcut key Windows H. Windows H. Just press Windows H. Sum of invoice amount by category as a bar chart. So I pressed Windows H and I'm dictating sum of invoice amount by category as a sum of invoice amount by category as a bar chart. Yes, that's all. You can dictate and you can create your report. Either type it and create a report or dictate and create a report. Okay. Cursor on the table is. You select it also better. It's not required to select it. Okay, still one more chapter is about chart. It will take more time. If you have any questions, any doubts, queries? Have co-pilot on your systems? Are you getting an icon like this on your Excel sheets? If you are getting an icon like this on your Excel sheet, that means you have co-pilot. Don't have this icon, then it means you don't have the co-pilot. See whether there is an icon like this one, or please check one more. Home tab. On the home tab, see whether there is a co-pilot icon available. Then you don't have co-pilots. Like a normal AI, you can use this co-pilots. As we created a report, as we created a chart. I don't know how to create a chart. I don't know how to create a formula. I don't know how to create a function. For example, assume I'll go to some other sheet, which we did today morning, some sheet. Okay. So now I have a table here. This is a table. Let me delete this fees. And I have this table. Let us convert this table into a dynamic table. Say, okay. So I don't know what is the formula for, and this is one more table, Control T. This is another table. So we have converted both the table into a dynamic table. So if you want to write any formulas and function, I don't know what is the formula. If you know that XLOOKUP, you can write the formula. So I don't know what is the formula, or here, I don't know what is the formula to find out the branch. I don't know what is the formula, XLOOKUP, I don't know. So you can ask the co-pilot. So click on this co-pilot. You can see it as saying add formula. You can apply the conditional formatting. You can create a report, add a formula. You can click on add formula. Add a formula on the column that calculates. So as we are doing normal AI like a ChatGPT or anything, calculates the processing fees. I want to calculate the processing fees based on loan amount. So I want to calculate the processing fees based on the loan amount. So I want to create a formula based on the processing fees based on the loan amount. Table name called as, what is the name of the table, is based on table 6. Based on table 6. And I say enter or accept it. So instead of we writing the formula, Copilot will write a formula for us. So instead of writing the formula, instead of creating a chart, Copilot will do that. But you should have Copilot installed. Yes. Understanding the data, this task says fee, table 6. Yes. You can see it shows XLOOKUP formula, but it doesn't write it has written a XLOOKUP formula for us. And it has calculated the fee into the loan amount also. As I told, it will not give you the right output. It has calculated the fee multiplied by the loan amount also. Subtracted by the loan amount, it has calculated the fee itself straight up. So it has written a XLOOKUP function for us. Instead of we writing the XLOOKUP function, which we did it in the morning, it has created a VLOOKUP function for us here. XLOOKUP. So if you want to accept it, you can say done. If you don't want to accept it, you can say undo it. So creating a conditional formatting, create a formula and function, you can use the Copilot. I thought you have Copilot. If you have Copilot, I would have seen more formulas. You don't have Copilot in anything? Excel, Word, PowerPoint, Outlook? Nowhere you don't have Copilot. Then you cannot use it. The Copilot is paid one. Microsoft Office is just 5,000 per year. Copilot is 25,000 per year. And it is costlier than Microsoft Office. Very costly. 5 times more than Microsoft Office. Okay. So try to use Copilots. It's very simple. If you want to create a formula, if you want to create a function, if you want to create a conditional formatting, in ChatGPT or anything, what is the problem is you have to specify the column name, you have to write the formula, you have to copy it and paste it, change the column names. But in Excel, it will automatically find the column name, it automatically writes the formula in the correct columns. That's an advantage of using this Copilot. Yes. As I indicated, one chapter which we didn't cover is the chart. I hope you had a separate session for visualization. You would be aware of it. How can I create a chart for this? Is there any simplest way available to create a chart? I have a table. How do we create a chart for the table? Alt F1. Simple. Just to press Alt F1 is the shortcut key to create a chart. Alt F1. Just to press Alt, it will create a chart. The time waste. I will go off and let's go. Yes. Tell me any other question, doubts, queries. As I indicated, we cannot complete all the topics within 2 days. That's impossible. But today we covered more on pivot. I think today we are seeing only 3 topics. What are the 3 topics? XLOOKUP, then filters. Okay. What if analysis? Final one is. In between, we have seen one more thing called as dynamic table also. So if you have any queries of whatever we have learned as of now, I'll try to clarify. Otherwise, I will show you the fair play score. You can give the score and we can wait for a few minutes. Yes. No doubts. I hope you are all better than yesterday morning. You have learned some concept, but please practice. I already shared my website, email address, mobile number, YouTube channel. If you have more doubts, questions, queries, call me, mail me whenever you have doubts and questions. Right? So, I don't have any connection with this.